I'm Josh with Waupaca Community Media, back again with Aaron Jensen from the city of Waupaca and Ron Sari from the school district of Waupaca. And how are you guys doing this week?
Good,
Good,
thanks.
Josh.
Well, we'll get right in it. A lot to talk about. The first thing last night, Waupaca City Council got their first look at a new downtown art project coming. Tell us about that, Aaron.
Yeah, so it was probably over 2 years ago. I'm thinking that when the planning process for Main Street was happening, there was a local donor who chooses to remain anonymous, who donated $25,000 for something that they wanted to be unique to Waupaca, and wanted it to be, we have a lot of arts and culture momentum here, great things that have happened and initiatives that have happened, and build off of that. So last night it was approved. They went out to kind of a request for proposals. There was a committee that reviewed a bunch of different options that the artists that we have actually, he talked about it at council last night. Pretty incredible. He has pieces in like downtown Chicago. I think he's Washington, D.C., a couple pieces in Miami, and Waupaca, soon to be Waupaca, which is pretty special. It's called like the Great Wave of Waupaca. And I think it's going to be a neat piece. It's going to be right off of Session Street and Main Street, kind of where that intersection is on Main Street. We have a little more of a terrace area, a bump out there, and it's right, if everyone knows where the ramp goes down to Rotary Riverview Park, right in that area. So worked with our public works director and our grant writer, Greg Groman, on design to make sure that everything was structurally sound and it wasn't going to present safety issues and all of that. So we're excited to see that go up. I think the goal is to have it all complete by Arts on the Square, which is mid-August. Forgive me for not having the exact date, but so that's a neat piece of information and something cool that we talked about at council last night.
Another thing that's exciting for our residents that I know work's going on in the background is the home repair program.
Yeah, so this is something we've been talking about the last few council meetings, with the exception of last night. We took a night off from talking about it. But this is that ARPA money that we got through the federal government. We received over $620,000 federal funding in two different installments. Actually, Mayor Smith has been working with staff on developing a plan to create this home repair program. In our strategic plan, you've heard us talk about housing on here. If you follow these a lot, not only creating new units from a single family or multifamily standpoint, but also, one thing that's on our strategic plan is upgrading our older housing stock. We have an older community. I think actually like 45 to 48%, somewhere in there, of the homes were built prior to 1970. It might be even 1940. So we are looking to put that money into a home repair program that would start this spring. And we are going to be developing a question and answer sheet. We've gotten some questions, really positive feedback we've received for the most part. And we have had some really good questions from constituents, and we're going to be posting that on Facebook. And hopefully everyone can learn a little bit more about that proposed program. We're looking to talk about that and potentially have a vote on February 15th.
We're going to jump over to Ron. A lot of your, I guess, kind of non-traditional sports teams at the school are doing well and getting some notoriety. You got the fishing team, chess team, robotics team, dance team all going on right now. So give us that update with what they're all up to.
Yeah, we hosted at the Chain of Lakes a fishing tournament last Saturday, and our fishermen and fisher ladies have done a fantastic job.
And this is the first year of that team, correct?
It's the first year, and our team was included in a Spectrum News article, or actually a video that they were here and taped it, and it was on the news. So some people may have seen that. If not, you can Google and find it. It was nice. And our chess team continues to do well. It has a great following. We have, I believe it's over 30 students in the high school chess, and they have a lot of fun. I know that we moved our robotics teams from VEX to FIRST. It's a different kind of way to do robotics. So this is the first year, our rookie year with FIRST, And they'll be competing next month in March, at the end of the month in Milwaukee, and then they'll compete again in lacrosse the week after that. But what got us to make this switch and to get going with First this year is the Foundry. The Foundry we have such a great relationship with, and they've been so supportive of sending people and resources over to help our team with engineers that are mentors, with marketers that are mentors to our robotics team. So we're pretty excited about that. And then this week, our dance team is competing. I think it's in lacrosse this week. There's a big state competition.
Go Comets.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. We'll jump back to Aaron. So we talked about the home repair program to help address some of the older stock of housing, and then River North. We've talked about that on and off. A new subdivision in process of being planned here in Waupaca, and you've got some updates on where that's at.
I do, yeah. We've it was months ago, probably late this fall, we put out a request for proposals to develop what was our business and technology park into a more of a neighborhood type plan, and we worked with Vanderwall and Associates to create that concept plan, sent that out to different potential developers. Over the last month, we've been working with the Hoffman Development Group and going back and forth, and we expect to bring kind of a professional services / development agreement to the next city council meeting, February 15th. So we're going to have kind of a long council meeting, but lots to talk about, a lot of good things to talk about. And, you know, we'll talk about what those first stages could look like in that River North development. Again, talking about housing in one way or another.
We'll go back to Ron. The school's medical team is still studying what's going on with COVID, and it's kind of, like, I guess to sum it up, kind of in a status quo position right now with what's going on. So why don't you elaborate where things are at?
Sure. We met, or the team met, the medical team met this morning. So this week the discussion started shifting a little bit to what's next. You know, typically it's all COVID, but that shift is taking place. So, you know, COVID continues to ebb and flow. I believe the last 14 days, our 7-day average, every day there was a decrease. And the discussion led to student nutrition, food service, and mental health type of topics. So, you know, it's exciting that the talk and the topics are on top of COVID-19. We continue to monitor the data. The nurses do, and doctors and myself, we daily do that. But that medical team does not plan to make any adjustments to our mitigation measures at this time. They're planning to move to monthly meetings instead of the weekly meetings that we have. And I believe the next meeting will be on March 2nd. So I'll be sharing this out in my weekly update and with the board at next week's school board meeting that we have scheduled.
Very good. And then we'll jump back, Darren, to close things up. Couple upcoming things to talk about. One is a Surge Napkin Party. What is that?
Yeah, good question. I'm not even sure I know how to explain why it's named that. But we're working with actually Create Portage County. And actually, I shouldn't say we're working with them. We're assisting them. Create Portage County is asked to come in, do a little bit of an event at H.H. Hinder on, what is it, next Tuesday, Josh? Am I saying that
Tuesday,
right?
My calendar's on the wrong month. Tuesday the 8th.
Tuesday the 8th from 5 to 7 p.m. And what it is, it's an opportunity for kind of creative minds and potentially people who are thinking about being entrepreneurs or are entrepreneurs to come in and just talk about ideas and what could be successful here. And who knows, maybe it leads to partnerships and collaborations. And the fun thing is it could lead to a business that employs 10 people in 10 years from now, 5 years from now. So just kind of an opportunity for those conversations to take place at one of our local businesses here, H.H. Hinder, from 5 to 7 next Tuesday night.
And then the last thing going on is the City of Waupaca Park and Rec Department is doing their Medallion Hunt. So that's another event that kicks off next week, and they'll be giving out clues Mondays and Thursdays on a variety of radio and social media sources, and your chance to find that medallion within one of the city parks and turn it in for some prizes. I don't know what those prizes are, but I know you get the new clues on Mondays and Thursdays until someone finds it.
Fun.
I think that's it for this week's update. A lot going on. Nice chatting with you, Aaron and Ron, to get the community up to date.
Yeah, thanks for having us as always, Josh.
Thank you.
See ya.